another video. So in today's video, I am going to show you guys how to make this super cool and amazing Loomigurumi Pixar ball. And if you do not know what Pixar is basically an animation studio. Basically, they create a bunch of Disney movies. So like, for example, you got The Incredibles 2, and there is also many more. And I decided to why not create a Pixar ball. So this is how the Pixar ball looks like. Super cool, squishy, and soft. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. So without further ado, let's get started with the materials you will be needing to make this Loomigurumi Pixar ball. The materials you will be needing to make the Pixar ball: you will need light blue bands for the stripe here in the center. You will need yellow bands for the main color of the outside of the ball. You will also be needing red bands to create the little star in the middle of the Pixar ball. You will need a crochet hook, so here I'm using this one. And you will need a C-clip to keep track of your rounds as you're crocheting. You will also need some polyfill to stuff your project together. So I'll show you what polyfill is if you do not know. This is polyfill here, and it's super fluffy, as you can see. So that's basically polyfill to stuff your project. You can use tissues or cotton balls to stuff it, but you can use basically whatever you would like. By the way, I will put a band count in the description box down below. So as I have this video up right now on YouTube, you can go ahead and check the description box down below just to see the band count. So without further ado, let's get started on showing you guys how to make this. So for round one, we will be creating a magic ring. So we're taking our hook and we are going to basically wrap it around our hook 2 times and once more, which creates 3 loops. So sorry if it's not focusing, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. So you should see there are 3 loops on your hook. We're going to take a single band, and my ball is rolling, but anyways, we're going to slide a single band through this cap band, and we're going to reclaim. And next, after we do that, we're taking this band and slide it through this band. So it looks like that. Now we're going to go into the center area where the cap band is at. So I just did that. And now what I'm going to do is take a single band and I'm going to slide it through this cap band of 3 loops, reclaim that, and take the first band and slide it through these 2 loops, just like that. And it should start forming something like this. So we're going to go back into the cap band here, take a single band and go ahead and slide that through this cap band and reclaim. Take the first loop and slide it through these 2 loops. Go back inside this cap band, take a single band and slide it through the cap band again. Reclaim that band, take the first band and slide it through those 2 loops. And go in once more and take a single band, slide it through that cap band. Take that first band and slide it through. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops. We're going to go ahead and take another band and we are going to insert a hook into this cap band here. Take a single band and slide that through and reclaim. Take this first band and slide it through. So you should have a total of 6 loops on your hook. So let's count this magic circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which is on your hook. And go ahead and take a C-clip now and just attach it onto this band here that's on your hook. So we have our first round completed. For round 2, we are going to do an increase in all the stitches in yellow. So in total, we should have 12 stitches at the end of this round. So I'm inserting my hook into this first loop here. So I'm just going to fix this up a bit so you can see. So don't insert your hook into here, but you want to insert your hook into this first stitch mainly. And we're taking a single rubber band and we're going to slide it through and do a single crochet. So take this first band and slide it through those 2 loops. So there's 1 single crochet. We're going to go back into that same stitch, take a single rubber band, and mine just flew away. And we're going to take a single band and we're just going to slide that through that same stitch and go ahead and do another single crochet. So that's a total of an increase right there, so that we should have 2 stitches into that 1 stitch. We're going to go ahead and take another band and slide it through this chain, the next chain, and we're going to reclaim and do a single crochet. go back into that same stitch, take a single band, slide it through this same chain, and slide that through so there's an increase. So there's 2 increases. Go into our next stitch, single crochet, go back into that same stitch, and take a single rubber band, slide that through the same stitch, and go there. So you should have an increase. Go into the next stitch, single rubber band, and do a single crochet. Go into that same stitch and take a single band and do a single crochet so that you have an increase. So make sure you see like 2 little V's into the same stitch, so that will mean there's 2 increases. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this so I get to the C-clip. So there's 1 single crochet, go back into that same one and do a single crochet into that same stitch, so there's an increase. Go into this band that has the the C-clip in it, sorry about that, and we're going to do a single crochet, and we're going to go into that same stitch that has that C-clip, and we're going to slide a single band through that and reclaim so that you have an increase. We're going to go ahead and pop this C-clip off and attach that to our hook. So you should have a total of 12 stitches on your piece here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, which is on your hook. For our next round, we will be doing a single crochet followed by an increase so that we have 18 stitches on our magic ring circle. And so we're going to do a single crochet followed by an increase, and we're going to repeat that till we have 18 stitches on our piece. So in order to do that, we're taking our hook and go into the first stitch, and we're doing a single crochet. And after doing that single crochet, we're going to go into another stitch, so this is stitch 2, and we are going to do an increase. So take a single band, slide that through, so there's 1 stitch, go into that same stitch and do another single crochet so that you have an increase. Now we're going to go into the next stitch, single crochet, next stitch, increase. Go back into that same stitch and increase. Now we're going to go into a new stitch and do a single crochet. Next stitch, do an increase, so 1 single crochet. Go back into that same stitch and do another single crochet so that you have an increase. Go into the next stitch, do a single crochet. Next stitch, increase. So there's 1, same stitch, increase, so that it looks like that. Now we're going to repeat this once or twice more, and we're going to take a single band, slide that through, so there's 1 single crochet. Next stitch, do an increase, so there's 1. Go into that same stitch, do another 1, so there's an increase. Go into your next stitch, do a single crochet, and next stitch, which is near our C-clip, and we're going to insert our hook there, and we're going to take a single band and do an increase. So go back into that same stitch with the C-clip, do an increase. So now we should have 18 stitches on our hook. We're going to take our C-clip and add that to the band that's on our hook, and we're going to count 18 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18, which is on our hook. For round 4, we will be doing a single crochet, followed by an increase, and we should have 24 stitches by the end of this round in yellow. So we're going to take our piece here and do a single crochet into this first stitch. And we're going to go into a next stitch here and do a single crochet. and our next stitch here. So this third stitch, we will be doing an increase. So every third stitch we'll do an increase. Now we're going to go into our next stitch, do a single crochet. Next stitch, single crochet. Third stitch, an increase. Go back into that same stitch and do a single crochet into that same stitch, so there's an increase. Now we're going to do a single crochet to a next stitch. So stitch 2, single crochet, stitch 3, an increase. So there's 1, here's 2. Now our next stitch, single crochet, next stitch, single crochet, and next stitch, increase. And we want to make sure we're inserting our hook into both loops, not just one of the loops, just both. And now we're going to repeat this 2 more times. So we're going to do a single crochet, next stitch, single crochet, and next stitch, an increase. And we're going to do this 1 more time. So next stitch, single crochet, next stitch, single crochet, and our last stitch, which is with the C-clip, we're going to do an increase. So there's 1 and 2. So now we're going to attach this C-clip onto our band that's on our hook, and we should have 24 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24, which is on our hook. For round 5, we will be doing a single crochet in all the stitches all the way around our circle, and we should have 24 stitches in yellow by that round. So we're going to go ahead and do those 24 stitches on our hook. So I'm going to take my magic circle here, this big piece, and we are going to do 24 stitches. So we're going to go into this first stitch here, do a single crochet. Next stitch here, do a single crochet. Third stitch here, do a single crochet. Fourth stitch here, single crochet. Fifth stitch here, single crochet. Sixth stitch, single crochet. 7, single crochet. 8, single crochet. And be careful not to skip any stitches. So here I'm already skipping a stitch. Just be very precautious of doing that. So this is stitch 8, and then here is stitch 9 and stitch 10, single crochet. 11, single crochet. 12, single crochet. 13, single crochet. 14, single crochet. 15, single crochet. 16, single crochet. 17, single crochet. 18, single crochet. And we're going to repeat that till we have 24 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly do this till I get to my C-clip, and I will show you what to do next. So single crochet, single crochet, and we're near the C-clip now. We're just going to go insert our hook where the C-clip is at and do a single crochet like that. And we're going to take our C-clip off our hook, off our piece, and place it on our hook here. So we should have 24 stitches on our hook. I'm going to go ahead and quickly count. So 1, 2, so here, we're not counting this band, but we're counting this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24, which is on our hook. For rounds 6, 7, and 8, we will be doing 24 single crochets in blue. So I am going to take my hook here, so my piece, and I'll show you how to do the first round, and for the 7 and 8 rounds, you can go ahead and do that on your own. So I'm going to insert my hook into this first stitch here, and I'm going to change color in blue. So I'm taking a single blue band and slide that through the first stitch and the second stitch, which is the one that has a C-clip. We're going to want to reclaim and take this first band and slide it through this band here, so that we did our first single crochet. We're going to move on into a next stitch. So we do not want to go into the stitch that right here. We want to go into this next stitch. So go in here, and sorry if there's a bit of a glare, but we're going to do a single crochet in blue. So that is our second single crochet. And now we're just going to want to continue our single crochets all the way around till we have 24 stitches around our hook. So I am going to go ahead and repeat this all the way around my hook piece here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera, and I'll be back after I finish round 7 and 8. So I'll see you guys when I finish my 3 rounds. Towards the end of round 8, and I'm going to take this C-clip and attach that to my piece here. And we did round 6, 7, and 8, and you should have 24 stitches in all the rounds here. And now we're going to stop right here and set this piece to the side. And we are going to start creating the star for the PIXAR here and for the ball. And in order to do that, you will need some red bands. So go ahead and take this out. Okay, so in order to do this round, I'm going to take another C-clip. So here I have my C-clip. And now what I'm going to do is take my hook and take a single red rubber band, and we're going to wrap that around our hook 2 times and once more, which you should have 3 loops on your hook. And we're going to do a magic ring of 4 stitches. So do that. So there's 1 stitch, go into that cap band, and take a band and slide that through this cap band and reclaim. Take this first band and slide it through these 2 loops. Insert back into the cap band, take a single band, and just slide that through. And do this once more. And slide that through. So you should have 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is on your hook. We're now going to insert our hook into this first stitch here. So I'm sorry if you can't see well, but I'm inserting my hook into this first stitch. And what I'm going to do next, so don't insert your hook into this stitch, you want to insert into here, into this little teardrop to the side. And what I'm going to do is take a red band and slide it through this loop, these 2 loops, and this loop that was on your hook, and reclaim. And now what I'm going to do is insert my hook into this stitch here, so into this stitch. So I'm keeping these 2 like this, and I'm inserting my hook into this stitch. And make sure you grab both loops. So it looks like that. I'm going to take a red rubber band and slide it through those 2 loops and reclaim. And now I'm going to take a single red rubber band and slide it through those 4 loops and make a slip knot and pull tight. So this is going to be the first star here. So this is the first corner of the star. We're going to want to insert our hook into the next stitch. So we want to insert a hook here, here, and here. So move on to a brand new stitch. So skip this one and go into this one here at the top. And take a single red band and slide that through this stitch and reclaim. Go into that same stitch and take a red band and slide that through and reclaim. So you should have 4 loops on your hook. And we're going to take a red band and slide that through everything, all the 4 loops, and reclaim and pull a slip knot through. So we should have 2 little star pieces. And now what I'm going to do is go into this stitch here to a new stitch. And I'm going to do that same step. So take a single red band, slide that through, go back into that same red band stitch, take a band and slide that through, reclaim. So you should have 4 loops. Take a red band, slide it through all these 4 loops, and make a slip knot. So you should have something like this. And go into this stitch here, we'll do magic ring, insert your hook through there. Take a red band, slide it through that stitch, reclaim. Take another band and make sure you insert into that same stitch. Take a red band, slide that through, reclaim. So you should have 4 loops. Now take a red band and go ahead and slide a single that band through those 4 loops and make a slip knot. And now we should have 4 loops on our hook so that they look like this. And you want to insert your hook to where you first started off. So we first started off at this stitch. You want to insert your hook into this tiny stitch here. So this is where we first started. You want to go into that stitch where the bands were pulled from. So this stitch here was the first one. We want to go into this stitch here. So see, it looks like that. And we're going to do a slide a band through that stitch, reclaim. Go into that same stitch, take a single red band, slide that through, so you should have 4 loops. Take a single red band and slide it through these 4 loops and slip knot. So now we should have a star, and this is how our star should look like. And go ahead and adjust it so that it looks neater, and that's how we make our star. And we're going to place it onto our piece here. And in order to do that, sorry if the light's changing up a bit. So here is our piece that we have, and we're going to take our magic ring here and kind of just fix it up a bit so it looks neater. So you want it to the side that has the face looking like this. So you want it to have it look like that, not the one that has the V side. So you don't want it like that. But you want it flipped the other way around so that it looks like this. And now we are going to take our hook here, or this piece, and we are going to take a look at it, and you should see there's a magic ring of 6. You're going to insert your hook, well actually don't insert your hook yet, but now we're going to basically overlap it with this piece here. So take it and match it with the magic ring. So it looks like that. So the magic rings should be basically touching each other. And we're going to pinch that. So place your fingers so that they look like that. So we're just holding it down. And you're going to want to, where the slip knot overlaps here. And we're going to take our hook, insert your band here. Take this red band and slide that through your piece. So flip it and it should look like that. So now we're going to hold this stitch here on our hook. Now we're going to turn it over to the next star piece. Go into here. Insert your hook open right here. Take this red band and pull that through. So now you have 2 loops connected and your hook is here. And we're going to turn our star a bit, turn our ball a bit. And we're going to insert your hook into this stitch here, where you're basically flat in your star, and wherever the slip knots meet, you want to slide your band through those bits. And go ahead and slide your slip knot through, and just careful not to drop it. So I'm just trying to fix it up a bit so it looks neater. Now I'm going to turn it around, and wherever this point meets, I'm going to go ahead and slide my slip knot through. So I'll slide it through this one. And reclaim. And just be sure to be sure that your bands are not too close so that the star is crunched in. You want it to be spread out. So take this band here and slide that through. So it should look something like this, and then later you can just adjust your star. It's like less spread out from this one, but you just have to spread it out a bit more. Try your best to do the best you can. And now I'm going to take a band here, a red band or a yellow band, and go ahead and slide it through all these loops. So all these 5 loops, and reclaim and slip knot. So that looks like that. Now you want to stretch your star out a bit so it looks much neater. So it looks like that. So after having something like this, go ahead and fix it up. And we should have our star. And now what we are going to do is continue the rounds. So take your hook and reattach it to this C-clip. And you won't be needing any more red bands anymore unless you want to add a star right here. But I think 1 star is perfectly fine. It's up to you. You can just go ahead and repeat that same step with the other side as we continue to close it off our piece. So for the next round, you'll need 24 yellow bands, and we are going to do a single crochet all the way around. So this is round 9. And to change color, I'll start you off with round 9. So go into your first stitch here, take a single yellow band, and slide it through all the loops, all these 3 loops, and do a slip knot like that. Go into your next stitch, single yellow band, and do a single crochet. And now you should do this all the way around, just nothing but a single crochet, and make sure you have 24 stitches in yellow. And I will be back to show you the next round for round 10, and I'm going to show you how to basically do your decreases now. So go ahead and finish this round of yellow with 24 stitches of single crochet, and I will be back to show you round 10. Okay, so I just finished the round and I added the C-clip onto my hook, and we should have 24 stitches all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, and 24, which is on your hook. And now what we are going to do for round for round 10. And we are going to do a single crochet, followed by a decrease. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So a single crochet to this first stitch. In your next stitch, do a single crochet. And for stitch 3 and 4, we're going to stitch 3 and 4 together. So reclaim this band and go into this stitch. So you should have 2, 4, 5 bands on your hook. We're going to take a single yellow band and slide it through those 4 loops here. And we're going to take this band and slide it through these 2 loops so that we did a decrease. So we're going to repeat that one more time. So a single crochet, single crochet, and our next stitch is a decrease. Take this first band and slide it through those 2 loops. Go into our next stitch, single crochet, single crochet, followed by a decrease. So go ahead and do that decrease. After doing that single decrease, we're going to do a single crochet. Our next stitch is a single crochet, and we're going to stitch 3 and 4 together. And now we're going to do a single crochet. Next stitch, single crochet. And we're going to stitch 3 and 4 together. So 3 and 4 together. Now we're going to do 1, 2, 3 and a decrease. 1, 2 and then decrease. Sorry about that. So 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, And lastly, stitch these 2 stitches together. And now after that, we're going to do that through and take this C-clip and attach it to the band on your hook. So now let's count how many stitches we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 bands on our hook. And we're now going to go ahead and stuff our piece here a bit, just in case it gets a little tight more, the stitches here. So we're going to go ahead and stuff our ball. Now we'll add a bit more stuffing later on. I just figured why not stuff it right now. So our next stitch here, we're going to do a single crochet followed by a decrease. So single crochet into this first stitch here. So skip this one and do this one. And do a single crochet. Our next stitch, do a decrease. And be careful not to grab the stuffing. So a decrease. Next stitch, single crochet. Next stitch, decrease. And our next stitch, single crochet. Next stitch, decrease. And be careful, like I said, not grab the cotton. And do a single crochet. So now we're gonna do a decrease. And now I'm gonna do this band through. Oops, they all fell. So I'm gonna pick those up and I'll be back. And we're gonna repeat this with a single crochet followed by a decrease all the way around till we have 12 stitches, I believe. So single crochet, decrease. Now single crochet. And I'm going to get some more bands. And do a decrease. So we're almost there to the C-clip. So I'm going to do this once more, a single crochet, and followed by a decrease. So now we're going to go ahead and take the C-clip here and attach it to the band that's on our hook. And we should have 12 stitches in this round. If you want, you can add a bit more stuffing. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, which is on our hook. Be sure you don't count this stitch here because that's connected with the last band we did at the other round. So at the end of this round, so that's that band. Just be careful not to add your hook through there as you're doing your next round. So now I'm going to take some more cotton and add that in, some more polyfill. Or you can use tissue, like I've said before. And I'm going to stuff it a bit more. Just be careful not to overstuff it, because then your piece will be, you'll see the polyfill sticking out of your ball. So just be careful with that. And now we're going to continue off with round 12, I believe. And now, in order to do round 12, we're going to take our hook and do decreases all the way around. So I'm going to take my hook here and go into not this stitch, but these 2 stitches. So the first stitch and the second stitch, and do a single crochet with those 2. So there's 1 decrease. Go into the next stitch, do another decrease. And slide that through. Next stitch, another decrease. Slide that through. Next stitch, another decrease. And slide a single band through. So that it looks like that. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat this 2 more times. Do a decrease in this stitch. And And our last stitch here, so it's already getting smaller, we're going to do a decrease, and make sure you grab the one with the C-clip. And now you can just unclip your C-clip and do our decrease, our last decrease. Well, actually, before sliding the band through when you make your last decrease, you want to slide it through those 2 loops and those 4 loops, and we're going to take it and slide it basically through everything, and you want to make a slip knot. So that's to close your ball off. And now I'm just going to go ahead and hide this slip knot band through. And go ahead and do that. And we should have something like this. So just swirl your ball around so that it looks like this. And it should be more ball-like, I guess. And if it's too flat like this, then you need to add more stuffing inside. So I think I want to add a bit more stuffing. And if you run into this problem like me, then just go ahead and undo your slip knot. Well, I mean, don't undo it, just take it out where you've hit it from. And through this little hole that we did our decrease in, you want to take it and open it up just a tad bit and go ahead and add stuffing. So use your finger just to push it in. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. And once you have that, and if you find out that you're perfectly fine now with the stuffing, then just go ahead and take that slip knot and go ahead and hide it. And make sure you don't lose it in the cotton like I did. Just go ahead and fix it, and you should be perfectly fine for now. And yeah. So now after I have this slip knot back out, I think it's perfectly stuffed now. So just be careful, like I said, not to overstuff it, because then your piece will look super big and not be as squishy. So I'm going to go ahead and hide this slip knot. And this is how our ball should look like. So now you can just roll it into a ball. And that's how you make the PIXAR ball. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on making this PIXAR ball. I know the PIXAR Fest was recently at Disneyland, and I think it's still going on. Be sure to like this video if you guys haven't already. Comment something nice down below, and subscribe to my channel to become part of the Minion Loom squad if you guys haven't already. Highly encourage you guys to, just in case, so you can see more videos like this. And be sure to turn on those post notifications to be notified when I do a new video like this. Anyways, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!